Degrees of women never eligible for one to marry. This honorable ayah is the ayah that establishes the degrees of women relatives who are never eligible for one to marry because of blood relations, relations established by suckling or marriage. Ibn Abi Hatim recorded that Ibn Abbas said, "I have prohibited for you 7 types of relatives by blood and 7 by marriage." Ibn Abbas then recited the ayah, "Hurrimat alaykum ummahatukum wa banatukum wa akhawatukum are your mothers, your daughters, your sisters." At-Tabari recorded that Ibn Abbas said, 7 degrees of blood relation and 7 degrees of marriage relation are prohibited. He then recited the ayah, حرمت عليكم أمهاتكم وبناتكم وأخواتكم وعماتكم وخالاتكم وبنات الأخ وبنات الأخت are your mothers, your daughters, your sisters, your father's sisters, your mother's sisters, your brother's daughters, your sister's daughters, and these are the types prohibited by blood relation. Allah's statement, وَأُمَّهَتُكُمُ اللَّاتَ أَرْضَعْنَكُمْ وَأَخَوَاتُكُمْ مِنَ الرَّضَاعَةِ means, just as your mother who bore you is prohibited for you in marriage, so is your mother from suckling prohibited for you. Al-Bukhari and Muslim recorded that Aisha, the mother of the faithful, said that the Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, إِنَّ الرَّضَاعَةَ تُحَرِّمُ مَا تُحَرِّمُ الْوِلَادَةَ. In another narration reported by Muslim, يَحْرُمُ مِنَ الرَّضَاعَةِ مَا يَحْرُمُ مِنَ النَّسَبِ, suckling that establishes prohibition for marriage. Less than 5 incidents of suckling will not establish prohibition for marriage. In his Sahih, Muslim recorded that Aisha said, among the parts of the Quran that were revealed is the statement, 10 incidents of suckling establishes the prohibition. It was later abrogated with 5, and the Messenger of Allah ﷺ died while this statement was still recited as part of the Quran. A hadith that Sahla bin Suhail narrated states that the Messenger of Allah ordered her to suckle Salim, the freed slave of Abu Hudhayfa, with 5. We should assert that the suckling mentioned here must occur before the age of 2. As we stated when we explained the ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah, يُرْضِعْنَ أَوْلَادَهُنَّ حَوْلَيْنِ كَامِلَيْنِ لِمَنْ أَرَادَ أَنْ يُتِمَّ الرَّضَاعَةَ, should suckle their children for 2 whole years, for those who desire to complete the term of suckling. 230. The mother-in-law and stepdaughter are prohibited in marriage. Allah said next, وَأُمَّهَةُ نِسَائِكُمْ وَرَبَائِبُكُمْ اللَّتَا فِي حُجُورِكُمْ مِنْ نِسَائِكُمْ اللَّتَا دَخَلْتُمْ بِهِنَّ فَإِنْ لَمْ تَكُونُوا دَخَلْتُمْ بِهِنَّ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْكُمْ. As for the mother of the wife, she becomes prohibited for marriage for her son-in-law when the marriage is conducted, whether the son-in-law has sexual relations with her daughter or not. As for the wife's daughter, she becomes prohibited for her stepfather when he has sexual relations with her mother after the marriage contract is ratified. If the man divorces the mother before having sexual relations with her, he is allowed to marry her daughter. So Allah said, وَرَبَائِبُكُمْ اللَّتَا فِي حُجُورِكُمْ مِنْ نِسَائِكُمْ اللَّتَا دَخَلْتُمْ بِهِنَّ فَإِنْ لَمْ تَكُونُوا دَخَلْتُمْ بِهِنَّ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْكُمْ. To marry the stepdaughter. The stepdaughter is prohibited in marriage, even if she was not under the guardianship of her stepfather. Allah said, وَرَبَائِبُكُمُ اللَّتَا فِي حُجُورِكُمْ. The majority of scholars state that the stepdaughter is prohibited in marriage for her stepfather who consummated his marriage to her mother, whether she was under his guardianship or not. The 2 Sahih recorded that Habiba said, O Messenger of Allah, marry my sister, the daughter of Abu Sufyan. He said, أَوَ تُحِبِّينَ ذَلِكَ؟ قالت نعم. لست لك بمخلي من ينبريك في فيستي قال فإنك لا يحل لي. قالت فإن نتحدث أنك تريد أن تنكح بنت أبي سلمة. قال بنت أم سلمة. نعم. قال إنها لو لم تكن ربيبتي في حجري ما حلت لي. إنها لبنت أخي من الرضاعة أرضعتني وأبا سلمة ثويبت فلا تعرضن علي بناتكن ولا أخواتكن. In another narration from Al-Bukhari, إني لو لم أتزوج سلمة ما حلت لي. Consequently, the messenger stated that his marriage to Salama was the real reason behind that prohibition, meaning of gone in unto them. The ayah continues, التي دخلتم بهن, meaning had sexual relations with them, according to Ibn Abbas and several others. Prohibiting the daughter-in-law for marriage, Allah said, وَحَلَئِلُ أَبْنَاءَكُمْ وَالَّذِينَ مِنْ أَصْلَبِكُمْ, from your own loins. Therefore, you are prohibited to marry the wives of your own sons, but not the wives of your adopted sons, as adoption was common practice in Jahiliyyah.